Hi everyone, it's Misty here. Welcome back to the last video in my complexion inventory. We are at the end. We are doing highlighter and face palettes today. If you missed it, I started with my foundations and my primers. I moved on to concealer and setting sprays. I just did blushes and bronzers, and now I'm doing highlighters and face palettes. So this will be the end of my complexion, and at the end of this intro, I will share with you all of the numbers, not only with individuals, but also the complexion total. Be ready to have your mind blown. Let me tell you. If you've missed it, I've posted a new Project Pan intro. So I'm doing 9 by New Year's. I also posted a new Project Pan that I created. It's called #That'sExpensive Project Pan that you can join. That starts December 28th, which is almost just a month away, which is whoa, right? That's kind of whoa. That's kind of whoa. I've also posted, like I mentioned, those other inventories. I have an inventory playlist, which I will try to remember to link down below. Let me tell you, I'm the most worst at that. I'm the worst at remembering that. So if you are interested in it, make sure you let me know in the comments. Like, just remind me to post it, and I will. I don't know why I'm so awful at that, but I really, really am. And then the last video I posted was the swatches of the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette, which is absolutely gorgeous, totally worth the money. 10 out of 10 would recommend, but that's not what you're here for today. So as I mentioned in my blush and bronzer video, I counted individual pans, and I only counted for my blushes, my bronzers, and my highlighters. So face palettes are ones that are multitasking. So they're ones that have, you know, a blush and a bronzer, or a blush and a highlighter. The only way that differed was the one from Natasha Denona. But that was like a little bitty sample size, and it fits in my drawer, so not a big thing. So let's talk about highlighters, and I'm trying to use up a highlighter. Well, the Stila Kitten. This is what I use as a highlighter. I've never really used it as, I bought it for a highlighter in 2015. So I'm hoping to finish this by New Year's. This is my 9 by New Year's, so I can have 48 pans of highlighters instead of 49. So 49 pans of highlighters for a US total of $365.44. Again, that's US dollars. In Canadian dollars, that's $479.71. In Australia, that's $511.96. In euros, that's 308.06. And in the British pound, that's 280.13. And like I mentioned, face palettes are ones that are multitasking. So they have, you know, several of different complexion products. Oh my word, my brain. So I have 19 total face palettes for a total of $216.46. That's $284.15 in Canadian. That's $303.25 in Australian. That's $182.47 in euro, and $165.93 in the pound. So let me tell you the grand total of all of my complexion products. This may be a little wrong. The pieces may be wrong because I went ahead and counted them as, like, even if a palette had 4 things in it, I counted it as one piece. So I have 280 pieces of complexion for a grand total of $6,287.62. Ooh, that's a lot. But if we're talking about since 2015, which is what, 5 years? So a little over $1,000 a year on complexion products. So that's kind of spendy. But again, most of my products are drugstores. So I'm sure if I was a high-end gal, that would be way more. So in Canadian, that's $8,253.76. In Australian, that's $8,808.66. In euro, that's 5,342. And in the British pound, that's 41.8976. So you'll be able to see these graphics at the end of the video. So if you didn't catch all that, you'll be able to see it. If the conversion rates are wrong, I apologize, but I use Google, and who knows if that's correct or not. So yeah, it's a lot, and that's why I'm so excited to be getting a jump on Project Pan. As for pans for New Year's, I'm going to talk about that in a different video. But let me know in the comments down below what you want to see next. So I can do eyeshadow palettes, which I may actually save for last because that's going to probably take me 3 videos, I would guess. I have 90 palettes. But I'm going to do lips. I need to do like my single eyes and mascaras and eyeliners, so maybe that's what I'll do next. As far as my palettes, I will probably group them by brands. I may do by brand, and like I said, probably maybe I'll break it up into like 3 videos, 30 palettes per video. That's a lot of palettes per video, but that way you're not getting an hour-long video. But okay, so we'll talk about in a different video, but let me know down below which one you're most excited about seeing, and let's head over to my craft table and I'll share with you the rest of my complexion products. We are talking highlighters today, y'all. So I'm gonna start with my least expensive. These are all from Shop Miss A. They're all $1. Got a couple of dewy ones here. This is cream highlighters. This is an opal. It mixed with a blush I was probably wearing, but it's very, very, very pretty. Totally worth more than $1 if you ask me, but they're just $1. It's a little bit iridescence to it. Pretty, right? And then this one I think is a little dark for me. I have to get this one up. Oh yeah, that's way dark. That actually might make a pretty bronzer topper. So I'll try to put it in another project. These are the baked highlighters. I mentioned a couple of them in my blush video. One of them I use as a blush. This one is clearly not meant to be a blush. And there's that one right there. My finger is a little wet, so it didn't do a great swatch. And then last but not least is this Pow lighter. This is in, I can't see, but it is a loose highlighter. But you guys, look at that. $1, make it holla. So those are the least expensive. Put these away, we'll pull out the most. All right, so I've got one from Laura Geller, Pretty Vulgar, Jouet. Got this sample from Benefit. Got one from Venti. Got one from Artist Couture. And I have this stick from Clinique, which is also a sample. This is actually in my 9 by New Year's, if you watched that video. It's a really pink, just kind of a pinky icy highlight. It sits real pretty on the skin. I've actually been using it under and over makeup. This one, I don't think I've opened this yet. Yeah, no, so I'm gonna leave this one closed, but it's a really pretty gold color. I thought about mixing this with one that's too light and getting something else. I may end up donating it, I don't know. This Benefits What's Up. I should probably just put this on a project. Maybe I'll do like a sample project or something. It's a little deep, pretty deep actually. Maybe I should use this as an eyeshadow. The Jouet, I mentioned this in a video that will probably go up after this one. This is one of the things I want to pan in 2021. Shifts pink, it's real pretty. This Pretty Vulgar one, I don't think I've opened this either. Oh, I guess I have. I haven't worn it. This came in a BoxyCharm. Anything high-end almost always came in a BoxyCharm. It's not something I would buy myself. Now this Fenty one I did buy myself. I actually had this in my current Shop My Stash, and I'm mixing it with something that's a bit lighter because this is a bit dark. This is Hustle Baby. Oh, Hustle Baby. Hustler Baby. So it's a bit on the dark side for me, but I'm mixing it with the Steal a Kitten that has kind of the same gold undertone and turned out real pretty. Last but not least, this is the Laura Geller Diamond Dust in, no, Diamond Dust. It's the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator. This is very much like the one that's from Jouet. So it shifts more pink. It's kind of like a little bit of an iridescent. So that's all of the expensive ones. So I have 4 from ColourPop. The first thing I have, oh, let me wipe these off. The first thing I have is, this one is their, I can't read what this is called. Star Bright, maybe? This is one of their sticks. I love this formula from them. It's so good. It's really pretty. I don't think they carry these on their website anymore. Or if they do, maybe they sold out during the sale. This is one I got with the taupe. This is out of quartz and seismic. These are a bit more cool tone. Oh, these are so pretty. Oh my God. This formula just... These would even work as an eyeshadow. I mean, they're just that pretty. Oh my God, this formula. This one's a bit more red, not red, but like a deeper, it's deeper. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a bit deeper. And then last but not least is Flexitarian. I couldn't find this one for a second. And then I remembered I had everything I had used in my ColourPop video in a basket still. So I had to go empty the basket. So those are all the ColourPop. I don't know if I'm gonna swatch everything. Maybe I will. Let's go Wet n Wild next. Wet n Wild, I have this Hello Halo. This is probably way too pink for me. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Because it's pinks, it's real pinks. That's real pink. And then the next one is this one. This is the illuminator. This is the highlight, the makeup stick. I think this comes in a set. Maybe it doesn't. I don't remember. This is also currently in my Shop My Stash. Don't sleep on these sticks from Wet n Wild. They're so good. And then I have two of their highlighters. I've got a blush lighter, which is the Hello blush lighter. And I have these under highlighters because they're very highlighty. And then last but not least, I think this is Precious Petals. Oh no, Botanic Dream. Precious Petals is a blush, Misty. I can't keep up with them. So another kind of pinky toned, very pretty highlighter. So that's all of the Wet n Wild. Let's talk Sheen. Actually, let's talk Essence. I only have one of these. This is the Essence Make Me Glow Liquid Highlighter, which is also very, very pretty. That shears out really nicely. I may end up putting this in a project this next year. I don't know. Like I said, I filmed a video today. This is the 10th of November. So I filmed a video today that will probably go up after this one about everything that I'm planning to pan in 2021. So you'll see that video. All right, I got 3 from Milani. I've got 2 that were free. These are the strobe lights, Afterglow and strobe light. Let's swatch this one. Again, this is strobe light. Really pretty subtle. And then I don't think they make this anymore. This is the Milani Contour and Highlight. So you've got a cream contour on one end, which I don't think I showed in my bronzer video. And then you got this highlighter on the other end. Again, it's a bit deep, but I think if I shear it out and pair it with something else, I could probably be okay with it. So those are my 3 Milani. I've only got a couple of e.l.f. One is one of their shimmer. This is the shimmer palette. This is also going in my project pan, or some project pan for next year. Don't want to blind you with the mirror, but these are so creamy. I mentioned in that video, the first time I got this palette, I thought they were going to be powders. I was rudely mistaken. That's why that white one looks a bit gouged, because I put a brush in there thinking, oh, this is good. And nope, they're real soft, Misty. And then I have the shimmer highlighting powder, which I didn't even realize I had until after I started doing my inventory. So that's real pretty too. Okay, this is the Sheen. This is technically labeled a blush, I think. No, it's Clear and Bright. Yeah, Clear and Bright Liquid Blush. But this is in Diamond Glitter, so it's clearly not a blush. But this is so pretty. It's like a gloss. Like you could really use this like if you weren't wearing any makeup that day. There is a little tiny bit of glitter, but I don't know how that would show up on the face. I haven't worn it yet, so I'll keep you posted. Okay, last but not least. Oh, whoa. I forgot this one. I also have the BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlighting. This has been out for a hot minute. This has been out forever, but it's really, really pretty. And you can see I've used a lot of it. It's really, really good too. So, of course, most of them are going to be a little deep for me, but again, you can mix them, wear them as eyeshadows, as if I need more eyeshadows either, but you know what I mean. I think when I very first bought this, there weren't a whole lot of highlighting palettes that I wanted to purchase because I wasn't looking to spend a ton of money on highlights. So those are pretty, that's probably one thing I wouldn't buy anymore are highlighting palettes. Especially those that are Neapolitan where it's like white, pink, and brown. Okay, so now last but not least, we have Makeup Revolution. This, I don't know what it is about this brand and their powder products. I love their blushes. I love their highlighters. I have several of their bronzers. I love their foundations and their concealers. Like I have only, now their eyeshadows are pretty hit and miss, but the rest of it is so good. So I have the 2 liquid highlighters. I'm not going to swatch these. I guess I could. I don't even know if these are sold anymore. Of course, these were supposed to dupe the Cover FX. I don't think I've ever used these, and I don't even know how I got them. I think maybe I needed, like, they were on clearance and I needed like $3 or $4 to get up to the free shipping. I only do that if the shipping is going to cost me more than, so like if shipping's $5, but I'm $8 away from free shipping or whatever, I'm just going to pay the $5. I'm not going to pay more. Now this is, I took this out of the packaging. This is one of those Goddess, I think it's a Goddess of Faith, but this is such a beautiful highlighter. This is another one I'm not sure they make, but oh, it's just, this was my favorite one. I wore this every day for a year, I think, and barely made a dent in it, as you can see. But it's just, they're just so pretty. This formula is so pretty. Another one is this one. This is the Highlighter Reloaded and Dare to Divulge. I mean, look at that. It's just so pretty. It's very like champagne-y, maybe a little darker than champagne, but I don't remember who turned me on to this one. I think it might have been Taylor or Shan from Shan Shortcake Beauty. She does a lot of Revolution. She's actually gotten to work with Revolution finally. I swear she's been pushing Revolution forever. So if you watched my bronzer and blush video, you saw that I had the contour and bronzer stick. This is the highlighter stick. So this side I think is just meant to like be a concealer. Because I mean, there's no shimmer or anything to that. But this side does have some shimmer to it. It kind of has that iridescent pink. I don't know if you can see it with the lights. Pink flip. This next one is so absolutely gorgeous. It just, oh, it's so pretty. And this is one of the ones I don't find myself using very often. This came in like a little velvet pouch, and I mean, it's very fancy, and look at that. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. You can go all the way across and get this color. Of course, then you can do individually. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, there's my camera. All right. So this next one I got in one of those like big gift things after Christmas. I bought one for my niece or my brother's girlfriend. I don't remember. but I ended up, for some reason, I ended up keeping this. This is the highlighter palette in Warm. Oh, these are so good too. Boy. I know a lot of people aren't wearing highlighter anymore, and I'm like, bish, bathe me in highlighter. I will be a happy girl. Happy, happy girl. And last but not least, this is probably my favorite highlighter palette ever in my life. This is the 4K highlighter palette, and you can see this one's gotten a lot of use. I love to mix like this one and this one, or this one and this one. I mean, it's just so pretty. Maybe I should have cleaned it before I did this. Oh well, it's used. I want it to look like it's used, and it looks like it's used. So there we go. So let's swatchy. They almost feel like a cream formula, but they are 100% a powder. I mean, they're just so good. And this one right here would make, like I said, make such a beautiful eyeshadow. So really, really pretty. So that is it for highlighters. I am not swatching all my face palettes, just FYI, but I am going to go get them and we'll move on to those. Let's start with my most expensive. So this is a Tarte blush book. These are the magnetic palettes that you can get from Shop Miss A. I think I paid $4 for it. So I deposited one of their blush books, and this blush book was from a couple of years ago. So it has all of these blushes, a bronzer, and then a highlighter. I'm not going to swatch these again, but I would coveted over one of those for like 3 years. And finally, when one came out, I was like, I'm getting it. I did. So I purchased that. This came in a boxy charm. This is the Park Avenue Princess. I don't know that I'll ever use those light powders, but, oh, hello. Those light powders, but I will get some use out of these bronzers. I'm not one to really powder my face. And the next one is the Power Times Colored Rain. This one I thought was the lightest, but it went pretty deep. I will swatch this one. But I got this one because the blush in the lighter one was even darker, and I wasn't quite sure how that would look on my skin, so I just picked up this one. I don't mind it. It's pretty. Did I do a full face of Colored Rain? I don't think I did because I don't have a full face, but in my black owned makeup brands, did I do it? I don't remember. I need to do that one again. Anyway, okay, so I have two from LA Girl. This is the Glam Blush Collection. It has 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter. It's really not bad quality for a highlighter. It's very creamy, pretty. These blushes, let me swatch this one. This one is just, oh, I love these tones of blush. It's so pretty. The other is my Pan That palette for 2021, even though I'm using it now. Because I'm like, I don't know that I'll ever be able to hit pan on this. So this has 3 blushes and 1 bronzer. This is actually a pretty good match for me. And I love this blush. It's kind of a mauve-y, neutrally blush. Here's the bronzer, and you can see it's kind of a pretty decent color match for me. And I normally just swirl. I've just been swirling my brush in all 3. I don't even know if it shows anywhere at all. No, nope, nope. I just have one of these from Makeup Revolution. This is the Patricia Bright face palette. One of those things, again, where it was on sale and I grabbed it. And it's really, really pretty. So it has a blush, a bronzer, and a highlight. This is, I mean, it's not bad either. Really pretty. Okay. I'm done swatching, okay? We're done swatching. I have too many of them to swatch. I think I have 19 is what I counted. All right, so next I have the Blushing in Bali from BH Cosmetics. This is so good. Got 3 blushes and 3 highlighters. So the blushes are kind of light, medium, and then deeper, and so are the highlighters. This is why I'm like, I don't think I'm going to buy any more palettes. Not that I need a palette anyway, but I think that's going to be on one of the things that I'm not going to buy for 2021 is any kind of complexion product, really. So yeah, so I have this one from JCat. This is the Hide and Seek palette. This has, it has some bronzers. It's got highlighters. So this is kind of like a, what's it called? Like a highlighting powder, like to set your under eyes, and then it gets, you know, goes a little bit deeper. And the same thing for these highlighters. Look at this one. Look at that. Holy Moses. Look at that. These will never go on my face unless I really mix them. But it's just, that's just so pretty. They're just so pretty. All right. The rest. The rest. The rest. Are from Profusion. Profusion is another brand that doesn't get a whole bunch of love, but is really, really, really worth the money. I honestly haven't gotten a dud from them, I don't think. Maybe that new Emerald palette, I wasn't the biggest fan of that. Great. How about you not break? Okay, okay. Okay, so let's start with this one. This is a contour palette that I picked up from Target, actually. And it has, I think this is cream. Yeah, it's got a cream, 2 creams, and these are all powders. They're very, very just soft and smooth and just really, really nice. Came with a brush. I threw it away. I've got these two. These are the Mixed Metals palette. So these are actually eyeshadow palettes that also come with a blush and a highlighter. A really, really pretty. There's more colors, but I gave those to my niece, I think. So if you are someone who's brand new and you want something that's multitasking, these from Profusion are great. And I'm pretty sure they still sell them. They may have updated the colors. So I've got another highlighting contour palette. I don't know why, but I do. So again, I don't need contour for the rest of my life. I've got this one. This is pretty new to my collection. This is their Blush and Bronze palette. It's huge. But you've got a row of blush, 2 rows of blushes, and then a row of bronzers. You've got one that is shimmer, and then this blush is shimmer, but the rest of them are all just matte. Huge, huge. This is also newer to my collection. This is the Profusion 5-color face palette. This is brand new on their site. So you've got 2 blushes, 2 highlighters, and then this contour bronzer. But these are all shimmery, so they would all be like a highlight. But this one is going to be, you know, too deep. Again, all those coppery colors are just way too deep for this fair baby. I'm just a little bit too fair for those. And then last but not least, I have the 2 blush palettes. This is the Blush 3 palette. This and this. So this is like a highlighter. This is a blush topper, but to me, this is like a bronzer almost. I think that's why I put it here, or maybe even a contour, because it doesn't come off very pigmented, but I think I would use that as a bronzer. And then this one I had in last month's Shop My Stash, or October Shop My Stash, and I used this as a topper. But this white shade right here is absolutely gorgeous. You look at that and you're like, wow, that's so icy, but it turns to like the prettiest gold. It's like a white gold, and it's just so pretty. So thank you so much for joining me. That is the end of my Complexion products. Holy Moses, this took forever. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next. Let me know down below which one you're most interested in. I did get 2 new palettes today. I'm pretty sure they were delivered for eyeshadow palettes, and that's probably it for the rest of 2020 and maybe it for 2021 as well. I did mention that I am not interested in the new Raw Beauty Christie, who I love and would love to support, but her palette, like, I'm just not into those colors very much, and I feel like the only thing I would really want from them is the Super Shock Shadow. So I may pick that up. I don't know. I'm going to anticipate that it's going to sell out. So I may not even have, haven't even had the option to. So this is it. I'm going to get everything put away and go edit this video, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye for now.